Ritual bell, also known as Wanxi in Yongzheng bell, is one kind of musical instruments and metal arts in ancient China. The words Yong and Chang mean the bell shafts and the bell respectively. The bell was produced in approximately 550 BCE, which was around spring and autumn period in Eastern Chao Dynasty. It is made of bronze and its dimension of 23 inches x 11 inches x 8 and 3/4 inches, which is its height, width, and depth. It was discovered in Changchou Country, Hebei Province, China around 1900. The ritual bell is stored up as an exhibit in the Everett Project collection in the San Francisco Asian Arts Museum at present. The bell is part of a tuned set of 65 bells for a ritual orchestra. However, the bells could also play solo. The ritual bell sets were not a column at the tops of the towers. Instead, they were assembled instruments that stood in the palace hall and be performed in concerts with other instruments, singers, and dancers in ancient China. To many people's surprise, the bells were heavy. The largest bell weighs 200 kg, while the 65 bells together weighed about 2,500 kg. Although more than 25 centuries was passed, this bell can still emit tones. Instead of using the clipper inside, this bell is resounded by being struck with a wooden mallet. Due to its elliptical circumference, the ritual bell produces two tones. One is produced when struck on the bottom edge near the outside, and the another is produced when struck near the center of the bottom edge. The pitch of the bell is indicated by the inscription on it. On one side of the bell, each of the two strike points is labeled with its pitch. On the other side of the bell, there is a longer inscription related to the pitch to scales. The pitch obtained from the label on the central axis near the bottom edge is called A tone, while the pitch obtained from the label on the right-hand side is called B tone. The inscription in the central panel repeated on all 45 steamed bells of the middle and lower towers. In addition, ritual bell is long-circular, and it has an almond-shaped cross-section. Thereby, the sound dies away quickly. It does not linger and muddles the music, and its pitch are clustered within less than an octave. Besides, despite the fact that musical scales were a strictly error phenomenon, the ritual bell was tuned by ear as the way a violinist tunes a violin. Apart from that, the ritual bell can produce musical harmonies. This gives sensation of harmony in the ears of listeners. However, the harmonies of the bell need precise interval, and the intervals were determined by the length of the string of the bell. Therefore, it is believed that the artisan who creates a ritual bell must have perfected his or her crafts, and hence such minute variations were produced. Moreover, it is worth noting that the 9 bosses of this bell are significant. They are used to aid the resonance of the bell. Meanwhile, the quantity of this was cosmologically significant. Given the fact that the musical instruments before the existence of the bronze bell were mostly made of wood and other perishable materials, the creation of ritual bell provides insights into the complexity of Chao Dynasty. The formal music in a public setting, which is the clan played on bells, and informal music, which is probably for personal enjoyment, could be counted by the set of the bell. Music was important to ritual and leisure activities during the Chou dynasty, but it most likely used for ancestral banquets, costly events, and to honor important visitors. Harmony produced by the relationship of musical intervals produces sensation of harmony in the listener. Therefore, music was useful in adding ceremony into a ritual ceremony.